Oh man, I don't know what we're doing, but what I do know is it's hot, and we're at the racetrack.
You and I elected for the shady side of the film tower.
We did.
So we're smart.
You'll notice a 5 degree shift in our camera angles tonight. Green flag. We're racing. Turn number 1. Henderson is going to go 3 wide here. Johnson, a family company to the inside out of turn number 2. And the Zero Machine of Gonzalez going to slip back. Tommy, is that a new hobby stock?
It's new to me. I don't know if he bought it from someone or if he built it for this season, but I haven't yet to see it. So I call it new. It's like, it could be like one of those new reruns. You know, it's not new to a lot of people, but for ones who are catching up, it's new to me.
Well, I like the style. I like the number. I like the car. I guess we just need to get to know the driver. Battle for the lead up front. Nicholas Johnson challenging Rick Henderson in the number 15 machine. Johnson looking to the inside. Sneak in a peek.
Good battle.
Lap number 3 on the board. Every heat race tonight will be 8 laps in length. And then we'll get into main event action. We'll probably have some form of an intermission. Great racing up front here, Tom.
Yeah, these drivers have been duking it out. Johnson now with the lead, but maybe not for long.
I thought he was going to do that correction and come up. Johnson takes the lead.
The one end of Nicholas to the lead. Lap number 6, 2 to go. And here comes Cody in the 11 machine. I think these kids have graduated pretty well out here at Bakersfield.
You think they're doing all right?
I think so. Here's a new car that we were talking about.
They grow up
single file
so fast. Yep, Gonzalez in that number 0 machine.
It's a clean look, Jeffrey. It's a pretty race car.
I wonder if that number style is in reference, because it looks a little familiar.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Me neither. Well, the white flag's in the air. The best battle on track's the one for second right now as Cody Johnson looks to the inside of Rick Henderson, but Henderson holds him off here out of turn number 2. Into turn number 3, one last shot, but it's going to be the number 1 in machine of Nicholas Johnson taking the checkered flag after having issues. It was smoking earlier during the hot laps, and they suggested he pull his car back into the pits. It looks like that car stopped smoking, so he's good to go. Henderson, the other Johnson, and Gonzalez round out your heat race number 2 of 2 for the hobby stocks. You are leaking.
I had sunscreen.
Yeah, it looks like, do I have that same look where it looks like I just won the Indy 500?
My sunscreen is in my eyeballs.
Do you like this placement? I was going to tell you can adjust it if you want.
What's that?
Where this is? Or did you adjust it?
I just twisted it. I just straightened it up a little bit.
Speaking of smoking.
That is dumb. Picking up a bad habit. James Cecil doing a bit of a hot lap.
Well, given how quickly that smoke went away, Tommy, does that make you think that maybe that was just overflow? Maybe some oil that was on a...
I don't know. It's starting to sound worse.
Wow, you're so judgmental. You know what I think it is I think he changed the number style on his car.
Oh, I think you're right.
Definitely the paint job looks a little smoke. What do you smell, Tommy?
It's blue. It's oil. It's blue. It's a dee-da-da.
I remember there was one time that we came out here to Bakersfield, and it was for a night of coverage.
Yeah.
And it was so hot, which it probably would have been comparable today, but I think we got here earlier in the day. And by the time we got up here, I was so, tired.
Yeah.
And, out of energy, and I was like, oh, my goodness, oh, my gracious. Well, that was the Sport Mod heat races that we just saw. Mm-hmm. One Sport Mod. Should be a good race. I am joking.
Yeah, I think you are. I hope you are.
But do you know?
But here comes Mod Lights.
Kind of
the biggest little division here tonight.
Yeah, these cars, very fast little cars, and they've,
I'd say this division also has the second highest car count of the night. I think at 12.
yeah, but
We'll get into the highest.
Oh yeah. Tommy, an interesting division, one that we've seen growing. It has not been devoid of its rivalries.
True.
But as we get into the mix here, getting ready to go, 8-lap heat race. He's taking pictures over there, huh?
I'm taking pictures of our audio setup. So our main man can hook us up. And when I say hook us up, means dial us in. He's like our version of a long distance crew chief.
Who's the main man?
His name is Chris.
That guy. You know what he's doing right now?
What's he doing right now?
Probably sitting in an air-conditioned room.
Let's see right now. Let's see. Chris, what are you doing right now? You can message us. He's probably, actually he lives in a spot that doesn't even need air conditioning. He's by the beach.
Where?
He's by LAX.
But what's his address?
It's 1234 567
He lives in the rich house.
89th Street.
Yeah. You know, a rule of thumb that I was taught was you never live on a street.
You don't
Never forget that, Tommy.
That's true.
Yeah. Avenues, boulevards, that's fine, but street.
Never live on a street?
No. Well, I live on a road.
I can confirm this. Chris is definitely enjoying his weather so much he is ignoring us. I imagine he's out front with a whiskey and a cigar.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
With his feet up.
And sleeping.
Answering why we're getting all the... he's answering all of our complaint emails.
You ready to go through the starting lineup? Because they're going green next time by.
Oh, he did give us an update. The wind is blowing through the window right now. That's our update for Chris.
Damn.
Must be nice. Our wind is blowing.
Seven cars, Tommy.
70 degrees. How about them apples?
How about we're going green and...
Well, I can tell you the starting lineup as we go green right now. Mod Lights on the racetrack. It'll be the number 68 starting on the pole. That's Caden McCaslin. And how about the 14 taking the ridge route to the high side, J.D. Brown. He'll have to settle for fourth, but the battle up front is a 27 of Daniel West. And to his outside, to the lead, is the 4 of Anthony Balcazar. So great. I mean, half of this field looks like they're on a high-speed pace lap. Other drivers in this field, you see the 11 coming in hot. That's Zach Forrester. Behind him is the number 88 machine of Jacob Diamond, and rounding out the field, the 48 of Kenny Cochran.
You can see why this division's grown so much. Very competitive, but a lot of options with these cars. I mean, they're running, Tommy, on every lane they can find.
Oh yeah, they're rooting and gouging through this track, trying to figure out which way is the fastest way. You can see a lot of them using the low side. Zach Forrester, especially in that 11 machine, he's trying to get to that third spot. He's in it. Now looking to the high side for second. I can't really say what the fast. I mean, the moisture's up top, but the 27 of Daniel West, who just slipped into third, was hanging on to that top 2 spot there for half of this race almost.
Battle for the lead.
Forrester staying low to that, or staying loyal to that low side. He's to the inside of Brown. Takes the spot out of turn number 4.
Off the pace is the 4.
Well, that'll make a pass a lot easier.
He was so upset that he got passed for the lead that he was like, I'm done. He threw his controller down and said, I'm not going to play no more.
So Balcazar, I should say, off into the infield. The tow truck's going to assist. And now we're going to have to go yellow. So the tow truck he was too excited. Tow truck was too excited.
So we did not finish this race.
The flag man man was telling him to wait, but he was ready to save.
I like how they're literally having a conversation right now with.
But bummer for Balcazar in the 4.
Yeah. For the record, if anyone's wondering, I was joking about the him throwing his controller down.
Correct.
But I was referencing someone.
Yep.
You know who I was referencing.
I know.
No one else does.
I want to go from the flag stand.
It was your dad.
It is. You're right. Because you took him out even though he ran into you.
I crashed into him on a video game. Because he hit me first.
Hey, my dad was Earnhardt behind the controller. He did not take to payback very well.
No.
But he did not mind dishing it. Zach Forrester on point, and we go green.
Green and white, one lap shootout to the end.
Whichever, we know Zach Forrester's fast anytime he shows up to Bakersfield Speedway. In fact, anytime he's in this Mod Light, he came from the back up to the front.
Yep.
With a breeze like Chris has in Inglewood. Checkered flag. Forrester, your winner. Second spot, Brown. Third spot, number 27 machine of Daniel West. And I'm going to give credit to these racers here tonight. They are doing something extra special. They are racing in 100-degree heat.
Yes.
You and I complain when it's 80 degrees. These drivers are sitting behind of a warm engine.
Well, I was told when I got behind the wheel that race car drivers do nothing but complain. I thought that they weren't. It wasn't a joke. That it was a suggestion.
No, that's the job in hand.
If you're going to be a race car driver, you got to complain.
That is the task at hand, folks.
I won't throw your phone down this time.
I mean, you're welcome to. It's got a case. I paid for it for a reason.
It's got a roll cage. All right. You ready to learn?
I'm ready to learn you.
All right. Starting on the pole in this first main event, Nick says, I've made my dad throw a controller a time or two. We all have.
Yep.
Just like the guys that are about to throw the PA system here at the track.
Uh-oh. That's an issue.
Now, that is supposed to be on the car.
That is a big issue.
I think Evan Gamboa in the number 5 had a setup secret that we just found out about. That's how you lose weight in a car.
That is a way to shed weight. But that's on the wrong side. I think that official's like, do you see this? You lost your tire and your wheel and your suspension.
Do you think the driver noticed?
I imagine so.
Well, that's an issue.
Sure is.
However, I do have a starting lineup I can give you.
Yeah, let's go. Let's give it.
Starting on the pole in this one, the number 2 machine of Jacob. The number 2 machine. Seriously?
You're not going to get through it, man.
The number 2 machine of Jacob Carey did it. Outside row number 1, the number 70. Okay, this thing just, your phone it gets pissed off when it's not connected to the internet, doesn't it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it keeps popping up saying, no, seriously, you can do it. 78 machine of Roy Maynard Jr.
That's my phone.
23K, who is behind the car that is in front of him, is Caden Cochran. And the 5 of Evan Gamboa going by. You can see the issue, Tommy. It looks like the whole frickin'...
Yeah, I think you're right. The whole freaking just fell right out.
The whole frickin'.
That's that special frickin' net.
Like, it's like the suspension, they forgot to attach it.
I think, that... I'm surprised we haven't done that yet, but I don't think we've gotten the chance to.
You and I?
Yeah.
Oh, we've done worse.
I mean, I know you have knocked your suspension off of your old trailer race car a bunch of times, but...
I messed up my car so bad that the track scrapped it.
You're right. I think they're just tired of you fixing it.
8 machine of Danny Valdez starts 5th, and then also up there the 9 machine of Tristan Kanthak. Green flag is in the air. We're racing. Turn number 1. Hold on. Load on.
Does this 1996 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season?
You know what, Tommy? Since you mentioned it, it does. It reminds me of the race they had at Homestead, Miami that opened up the season. Dave Rezendes was on it that night.
That was number 19, correct?
Number 7, QVC truck. They were only able to hold that sponsor for the year.
It was a partnership with Jeffrey Bodine.
Jeff Bodine owned that truck.
Yeah.
And occasionally ran the 07, including at a race in Las Vegas where he ended up pancaking the wall just 20 laps into the event and pulled it into the pit area backwards.
Jeffrey, I'd like you to please continue the truck conversation as we're battling.
Side by side into turn number 1, the 23 of TJ Clark battling hard with Mike Bliss in the number 2.
Right on.
All right, now you're screwing me up. That's not it. That's Carey in the 2, and Cochran in the 23.
Cochran, good job. Stays patient and gets by. Up front, though, not too much of a change. Here's your top 2.
Yep, Maynard Jr. leads the way over the 8 machine of Valdez. You're noticing a lot of these cars getting that left front tire up and into the air, Tommy. It stops spinning at some point.
Yeah, it does. These cars, Maynard with a bit of a bobble out of turn number 4.
Allows Valdez to close in from behind. You were saying?
These cars, very high horsepower, very short wheelbase. One little bobble can be a big problem sometimes with these race cars.
White flag in the air. Valdez all over the rear, dives it into turn number 1.
But they are very nimble and very quick, as you see.
Yeah. Yet nobody in this field is named Jack. Go figure. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag flies, and Maynard holds off Valdez. Cochran in third, and the battle to the end here is going to go to Carey over Canthak.
We're on for a good night, folks, man.
Yeah, you think?
The camera's got a mind of its own.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
It just wants to zoom out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it wants to be a radio. It wants to be a podcast.
Are we dealing with that again?
Let me see if we...
Didn't we pay someone to fix that?
We did.
And he only fixed it halfway. I only dropped the camera that one time.
The problem is we did, however, pay someone to fix it.
Yeah.
But his recommendation is
to
keep it out of the dirt.
Well, he don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, that's what I told him. I said, you don't know, boy.
It's not doing it right now.
I know it only does it when I'm on it.
Good.
Well, Jeffrey, are you ready for the biggest car count division of the night? 16.
You bet your britches. I'm ready.
16 IMCA modifieds on the racetrack, and we're starting on the pole with the number 75W. Of Brandon Wolford. These are... They look like mini stocks, but they're really modifieds.
Oh.
Though they restricted the engines to half.
Coca-Cola sponsorship.
Yeah. What they did was cut a modified engine and then put them in 2 cars instead of...
It looks like paint, but they actually masking taped the entire hood shut on the 777.
Is it really?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I mean, how else would you keep the hood down?
Okay, I'll act serious now, folks. Brandon Wolford is on the pole to his outside. The number 777, Mr. Lucky, Clinton Massey. He came from Porterville. That's a bit of a drive. 45-minute trip. Jillian Mercer, inside row number 2, the 68 of Carter Cherries. 13, Jose Rosales. Is that a new race car? 14 of Sherry Duncan, and the 9 of Gene Glover. We go green. I think Jose's got a new race car, folks. And the number 13, we used to see him in a Mustang.
He found the smallest car he can get.
He downsized, man. He downsized big time. He moved from a 2-story to a 1-bedroom apartment.
He's got Jack Skellington on the hood.
He does, and the Punisher in the rear. So, what I just said could be a dirty joke.
That whole car is the Punisher.
All right, so the 777, Clinton Massey, out to an early lead. Lap number 2. Second spot, Wolford.
Look at the draft effect here. Look at 13 slingshots.
Slingshots. But look on the backstraight. Another slingshot. 1980 slingshot as the 9 of Gene Glover got the golden ticket to the chocolate factory. But there's a tire there. He's coming in for the pits. No, he missed his pit stop, and he's going to drive away.
What's going on?
We've got cars
everywhere
pulling off the track.
Is this a race to the infield?
The 14 off the track, Sherry Duncan, and the 13 of Jose Rosales, all while battling for third, but we go yellow. Yellow's out, too much action here in the mini stock.
You weren't kidding about this, Tommy.
Oh, it's working. It's working for you now? Or
no, I was just going to say, when it gets pissed off, it just zooms straight out.
I mean, you can stay in control. It just don't let go. Well, Sherry Duncan is on a hot trek off the track. This car used to be driven by a Cherry, Carter Cherry, if I'm correct. Let me see here. Now, you know what? I apologize. I believe they used to be Parker Cherry's number 14.
Saturday, next Saturday coming up, you're going to come join us for the 7th annual.
All right, well, I see that tow truck pushing Jose.
Gave up.
Into the pits. That's a bummer.
I heard that they were playing Disney music a couple weeks ago.
You're right. You're right.
I missed it. That's probably what broke the speakers.
I think you're going to really have to take it serious next lineup. I'll help you out.
What do you mean?
I'll help you.
Oh, yeah?
We'll have a serious war between you and I.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so this will be a restart lap number 4. 777, Jackpot Massey. Tow truck's pulling on. He's going to tag the tail of the field. So we go back to green. Cherry looking low on the inside of Wolford, the 75W. No can do. Let's see what it can happen in turn number 3.
Battle for 4th.
Gene Glover. I wonder if it gets old that he has to share the same name as a famous movie actor.
I bet you it's not.
I don't know. By the way, his car's not painted gold. Just yellow.
I'm pretty sure he's gotten plenty of golden tickets in his day.
Cherry to the inside, looking for the second spot. Wolford closing him off, man. Making sure he does not get that inside. We're talking the 75W of Brandon Wolford, but Cherry hits a slick spot, goes up the track, and now Glover to the inside. Both drivers having a problem out of turn number 2. They continue on, but Massey out of turn number 4. Checkered flag.
Ripped the rear bumper out of its holder.
And Cherry will hold on to 4th. Mini stocks, they don't ever lack in action.
Nope.
Never lacks action.
All right, so serious.
Yeah, let me help you out here. Let me get to it.
Oh. We're going really serious.
We are.
This isn't going to get you in trouble on YouTube, is it?
I hope not. I'm setting up, man.
All right. Well, I'm going to need that.
All right. Hang on. All right. Let me set you up.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Or do you need me to... So how are we going to do this?
I have no idea.
Here. You do that. I'll pull up the lineup. By the way, for anybody that is curious and watching live with us, you can look at the lineups on Bakersfield Speedway's website, bakersfieldspeedway.com. You'll see a link to live lineups on their homepage, and you can follow along just as we are. That's where we get our lineups.
So you're going to hear us have a serious war for the end of these mini stock heats.
Yep.
This is second to last, and the next will be the last. So my coworker Charlie found an amazing find. And you'd be surprised all I had to do is look up Wikipedia. But
Incredible.
it's still incredible considering that no one, unless they know this, knows this. But Jeffrey,
Yes.
at the start of every broadcast when we were growing up, there's a certain commentator named Bob Jenkins.
I'm Bob Jenkins.
All right. So, all right, go ahead.
Starting on the pole, the 123W machine of Misty Warren out of Bakersfield, California. The 32X machine piloted by Porterville, California's Jason Cook. Row number 2, the inside candy, Nolan Soares out of Porterville, and Porterville's 18LF, Jason Hannigan. 5th place starter, Liam Myers in the 86X 5T of Braden Rourke. Getting ready for the green. It's in the air, and I'm Bob Jenkins.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
How was that?
That was great. All right, well, we're mini stock racing here. 32X machine is your leader. Misty Warren in the 123, smoking big time from that hot lap session. Back here. 3 wide. Let me go back up to the front, though. Misty Warren working on that high side around the 32X of Cook. So Cook in the lead. Warren in second. 3 wide now out of turn number 2. I think that speed world thing really worked, Jeffrey.
I actually think that it worked so well that we should never do it again.
Okay. The 5T machine working that inside groove. Prettiest car goes to that 5T.
Yeah, I'd say so. Tommy, out of turn number 4, 32X machine. Your phone's not on this, right? Weird.
Warren trying. Cook is the one driving right now. Holding on to that lead. Lap number 5 of 8. Warren's got the runs on the outside, but can't seal the deal. But Cook goes wide now, gives Warren the inside, side by side up front.
Great racing.
For the mini stock heat number 2.
2 laps to go. This is the middle heat. There'll be one after this. There was one before it. Cook holding off Warren. Warren smoking it up. They call her Misty by name, but right now you're probably going to have to call her Foggy Warren because she's kicking up all the residue, Tommy.
Foggy Warren.
Trying to come between the 32X and a victory, but Cook out of turn 4. We'll see the checkered flag first. Contact over the turn.
Drag race to the line.
Good stuff.
And one more to go.
Good stuff. All right.
Great stuff. Hey, man, mini stocks, you never know what you're going to get until you open that can of Pringles.
Yeah, here. So I didn't know if my phone was connected. Then I figured maybe because we pulled out both of our phones, but then I realized neither of us were connected, so I don't know. It just was very convenient when we did do our spot tickets. They did. We're at the spot. All right.
Gonna try this one now for heat number 3. The final heat.
Are you gonna do your Bob Jenkins now?
Yeah, I should, huh?
You probably should.
We'll see if we mess things up now. If so, then it is a curse.
Oh.
Bob Jenkins.
Bob Jenkins was not fond of our impression. It was too good, he said. Yeah, right.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
It's Sean.
For my Bob Jenkins.
I'm ready.
ESPN presents Speed World 2018 here at the prestigious Bakersfield Speedway. The 73rd racing season at the historic 1/3 mile clay oval, and I'm Bob Jenkins. On the pole is the number 70 of Roy Maynard Sr. To his outside, Sean Schwarzenberger, Andy Boydston, one spot back in the number 6 machine, and the 1D of David Wolford. The prettiest car at the racetrack is always the 39 of Steve Porter and the 68X of Parker Cherry. This is Speed World. I love that ending.
Very nice.
I had practice. No one got to see yours, Ted.
YouTube will.
Well, that was a false start.
That's what happens when Bob Jenkins is too excited. Now, who was his most common color commentator? Was it Benny?
It had to be Benny, yeah, because it started with Larry Newber.
Did it?
Yeah. I know you're laughing because you probably have no idea who that is.
Yeah, just wondering where you pulled that one from.
But I think it was Ned Jarrett and Benny Parsons all through the late 80s till 2000. When ESPN.
We're suffering from the heat. That's what's happening right now.
Well, I tell you, they got Bob Thompson down there.
Speed World.
Wasn't that the greatest though? Like you tune in and there'd be that Speed World intro and you knew you're onto a damn good race. The crazy part was back then, there was no pre-race show. They opened up the broadcast and the engines were already fired.
Yep.
Green flag waves, retry and it looks good.
More often than not, you'd come into a broadcast, cars are on the track rolling. Like, they had no time to mess around on those broadcasts. And neither do we, because we're live on lowbudget.tv. Like I said, we mess around all the time.
Sure do.
Backfire.
These cars are pretty powerful.
They're mighty. They're mighty machines.
Whoa, dipping and diving.
Did you break it again?
Nope.
Good battle for a second. 15S pulling away from the field. Diving in. 3-car battle here going on, Tommy, out of turn number 4.
Maynard in the second spot. He's already picked up a win here this season, but to his inside is that number 6 machine. I just got a message.
Sure. Whoa.
I was going to say that's a 6 of Andy Boydston, but my phone interrupted me and so did my throat.
Nice.
Now David Wolford in the number 1D machine. He started inside row number 2. He's one spot behind where he started. Started 3rd. He's trying to get that spot back from Maynard now. Sean Schwarzenberger, your leader, in the number 15S machine.
Great battle for 3rd happening right now.
Sean has rolled over once here at Bakersfield Speedway, and
That's all that matters.
it was an endurance race. Wolford gets that 3rd spot back, but the prettiest car off the pace in a turn, number 3. Ned Jarrett, take it away. Well, I think we have something important here. Checkered flag for Schwarzenberger. Boydston finishing 2nd. Wolford in 3rd. Nobody is going to watch Low Budget TV ever again.
As if anyone did before.
Because that's a moment right there where Benny Parson would say, "Whoa, Nelly."
He was shot out of a canyon. Whoa, Nelly. That's something Donnie would say.
Very true.
After eating at Cindy's.
You got some hobby stocks coming out here with no hood. Could you believe that? They've already run hobby stock.
Can't believe that.
So the next division up will be the Sport Mod Heats. One of two. We got 10 cars unofficially on the
Wait a
roster.
minute. I just thought of something. Didn't you say that American stocks were here tonight?
Oh, I might have said something wrong, didn't I?
I think you told me that. I don't know if you told them that.
Well, either way.
But we don't, huh?
Maybe I'm screwed up. Maybe I looked at a wrong thing about it.
Maybe they're air-cooled like the NMRA midgets. Well, we just have Raymond Noland on track right now. Had a mechanical issue during his heats.
I just think the heat's getting to everybody now.
Are you looking it up or am I?
What's that?
I'm looking at the schedule. Yeah, so, yeah.
No American stocks on the schedule, so I was wrong.
For 4 divisions here tonight. Sport Mods will be the last of the heats already, Tommy. Already at the last of the heats.
Whatever it is, it's going to be probably really minor. And I hate them really minor, and that's usually what it is. It's something like, oh, you can't
Dun 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 dun. Now you got me going with that. Got me going.
All right, Sport Mods. Jeffrey, I'm going to hand this over to you now.
You're going to hand it, and I'm going to high-five it. Yep.
Get our lineups going.
Yep.
okay, well, oh, boy, what we saying in the announcer line?
You know what I never understand?
You when you're yawning and talking at the same time?
No, I understand that perfectly. But why is it that
If I know.
announce booths don't have, like, you know, like you always hear people like, oh, announcers at least have the air conditioning. Most announce booths have like the worst air conditioning.
Yeah, you know why that is? Because they always find a way to share it with everybody.
With BS.
Like at Irwindale, for example, there's 2 units for 5 rooms.
Yeah.
So one of those rooms are ice cold, and it just happens to be the or it has to be the room that no one uses.
The TV room.
The TV room.
Yeah.
That's located next to us when we announce there. And the room that we use is full of equipment,
Yeah.
high-powered equipment, and that's the toasty one.
Yep.
The room next door
That's what we need to do. We need to shut off the vent to the TV room.
I think we should just relocate to the TV room
Yeah.
and leave all the equipment
Much
over
better
there.
idea.
Just run a long microphone cable.
For those that don't know, and maybe those that have been to Irwindale Speedway, Tommy and I are the main announcers at that track. I don't know if I'm selling it right now or warning people.
Well, no. I feel like the audio is good, just not the video. If you were to imagine what we look like in that booth.
Oh. So what you're telling me is the 21 machine of Kyle Wood starting on the pole.
Sure am. And then you know what else I tell you is outside?
What's that?
And it's a 04 of Austin Manzella.
And then the 20S of Kevin Johnson?
No, it's the 40 of Nick Spainhart.
No, 20S of Kevin Johnson.
Okay, you're right.
But we both can agree that that's the C5 of Charlie.
What?
Of Wayne Kaufman. From Lake Isabella.
Isabella? No, Isabella?
Nope. He definitely says Lake Isabella.
Isabella. We got his kid watching here tonight. His kid decorated that car very nicely. This car, the C5, is a tribute to Grandma, or Wayne Kaufman's mother.
Turn number 1. We're racing. 8 laps. 2 heats for the Sport Mods tonight. Still side by side, Tommy. They look like they just started.
Hey, I'm good with that. Sport Mods, they might not be here for the quality or quantity, but they're here for the quality. Yeah, that 5 times fast.
Outside move by Nick Spainhour gets him up to the 2nd position. He holds it there on the outside, but not able to get alongside. Maybe he will. Gets alongside Kyle Wood. Holding right up. A little early for us to be talking about a cushion, but Spainhour's kind of outlining where he wants it. Going to make that outside line move, but Wood holds him off. A great move there to shut the door by the 21. 5 laps to go.
Got a little crazy there for the 04 Manzella, but he holds on to it. This battle, Jeffrey, up front has not let up from the start. Spainhour has the car to go around Johnson. Wood, but Jeffrey, Wood's got the car to sustain that lead. It's not going to be an easy battle.
He's pulling away.
Spainhour to lead right now.
Yeah, 21 machine's pulling away. I really thought that 40 of Spainhour would just send him up.
No. Wood is driving away into the sunset on heat number 1. Battle for 3rd.
You could say heat again. Battle for 3rd. It's Manzella on the outside. Johnson to the inside. Behind them, as you see Johnson, slide job, crossover by Manzella. C5 machine of Kaufman 2 laps ago had an issue in turn number 4, just kind of over-rotated on him, and he was not able to maintain the speed, lost track of that battle that we're watching. White flag in the air for the 21 machine of Kyle Wood, 40 of Spainhour, and the 20S of Johnson, your top 3. 1 lap to go. Johnson drifts up and opens the door for Manzella to get there to the inside. Checkered flag flies. It's for the 21 of Kyle Wood, who looks really good tonight.
Oh, Kaufman.
Put on a show if you're not going to win, right?
That's right.
And that is heat race number 1 of 2. Are we, is there happiness?
Oh, yeah. We're good.
We were just running.
We blinked for 1 second.
We were running diagnostics on our brain.
Yeah, we're skid plate in the brain.
I know someone else like that. How would you explain skid plate racing to a dirt track fan or driver? Because it's what you and I do.
Yeah.
We just got out of one. Both of us.
We're wannabes.
We both got a top 10.
We're wannabes.
In a 25, 26 car field last week.
It's the most dirt we can get on asphalt. How about that?
It's redneck trade drifting.
It is.
No, just redneck drifting.
It's redneck drifting.
Redneck drifting.
Well, speaking of rednecks.
Yeah?
I can't say if they're redneck or not, but just hear me out on this one for a second.
Okay.
There's 2 drivers in this field that go by the name of Dump and Big Lick.
Yeah?
If that ain't dirt track racing, I don't know what is.
If that ain't country, you can kiss my ass.
That's right.
Or I'll kiss your ass. Why so much ass kissing?
That I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
All right, on the pole, this one, the number 12 of James Cecil. He is nicknamed Dump. To his outside will be starting the number 5 of Matthew Hagio. Row number 2 has a Big Lick, the sharp-dressed man, the G6 of Gary Dutton.
Sharp-dressed man.
And to his outside, the 22C of Michael Johnson. Row number 3, all by himself, sitting pretty nice and comfy. The 5B of Jason Pugh.
You know, that's the same.
It could just be Pooh.
Jason's
P-U-G-H.
Jason's elders were the ones that made the sound effects for the Star Wars movies.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's why they go pew.
Here we go. You're full of them tonight, Jeffrey. I don't know if we can continue.
That was dumb.
Cecil up on the high side. We're going to try 3 wide up front. And I think where it's working. Hagio and the 5 working that middle groove now to the inside of Cecil. Drag race out of turn number 2. Cecil has the momentum. Hagio has the shorter distance. Cecil pushes. Hago slides. But Cecil still holds on to the lead. All this is really holding up Michael Johnson in the 22C as you see him rocket out of turn number 2. And now he's trapped. And wanting to go 3 wide with some contact.
The 12 machine of Dump was running his car earlier. It looked like they had to do a shakedown after a mechanical issue, perhaps.
Yeah, it does smoke a little bit, but it's not smoking no longer. He's in the lead. Johnson in the second spot in that 22C. 4 cars under a blanket.
What did you say about quality?
Oh, yeah. We got him tonight. Be interesting to see how this all shapes out. Johnson to the lead through turns number 3 and 4. And now Dump following back to second. James Cecil in the number 12 machine. Hago in third. Dutton in fourth. This track you see starting to dust up, dry out. And what I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing right now is that inside groove, Jeffrey, is already burnt off. That just means that the outside grooves from there are going to go to that direction, and we're going to have ourselves a multi-groove racetrack by the end of the night. White flag waves. Johnson in the lead by a car length over Cecil. Battle for third, though.
Oh, boy.
Look out, Hagiel. Cecil trying to hold on to second. Battle for third behind. The 22C, Mike Johnson, checkered flag. Hagiel third. Dutton in fourth. And Pooh coming to the line. Pew, 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 pew. That was a fun race. That was a fun heat race to round out the heats here tonight.
Well, with that, Tommy, you and I need to figure out if we have an intermission to set up some cameras.
Well, I see the flagman taking off his headset. I think we'll be all right.
We'll have a bit of a break here, folks, so just keep the volume up, open up some new tabs, or, I don't know, make popcorn.